the cocktail party is where some of the drama picked back up. We saw in the preview for this episode that Chris S. was going to get involved. This is where it happens. I don't know what came over him, but Michelle comes down the stairs for the cocktail party, and he stands up, and he's like, I heard about the date, and that no one, and he was on the date. He was like, a lot of these guys here think they're coasting, think they got it in the bag. It's like, give this woman the attention she wants, like addressing the whole group, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Very weird.
Very weird.
Calm down, little man.
Very weird.
Literally.
Yeah.
All right.
Very weird.
I don't mean to say that, but it's, you know.
It was time.
It was time. He didn't.
It was
Someone
like
had
something
to say
weird,
it.
like clink, clink, clink. All right, you bastard.
He didn't even let Michelle speak. Michelle walked
he
up.
cut off Michelle.
Right, and at that point, you're just like, all right, man, like, just chill out. And he turned around and he scolded everyone to the point where everyone was like,
and then
what's
he
happening?
Like referred to himself as the white knight. He's coming in. He's saying, like, give me saving her from the castle.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, like actually, like yeah. So, and then it honestly was very uncomfortable the entire rest of the cocktail party. Brandon tried to pull Michelle away first after this burst from Chris S. And Chris S. was like, well, actually, like, I was going to take her first. And that was uncomfortable. Michelle was like, well, yeah, Chris did just make that weird speech, so I guess I'll ask about that.
The way that Chris and Michelle held hands walking up the stairs was so uncomfortable because Michelle did not want to hold his hand at all.
No.
Oh, God. Oh.
He throws Nate under the bus by basically saying that when Rick got the one-on-one, that Nate said that he was like not worried, like I'll get mine, like not worried about it. Is that a bad thing to say? I don't think so.
No.
Like, I don't really think that shows he's super cocky or confident. It's like, I think I have a strong relationship with Michelle. I have hope, and I'm confident that I will get a one-on-one down the line.
Right, and the way that Chris presented it was like that he was like firm and like, I'm definitely getting one. I'm not worried about anything. I don't care about anything that's going on. When in reality, it's what you're saying, where he was like, no, I think Michelle and I, things are going pretty well between us, and my one-on-one date will eventually come.
And like he should, because Michelle literally said to his face on the group date, like, she pulled him first to talk to him about what happened on the group date, because she said like her feelings for him are already there and like established, so she kind of almost expects more from him.
Right. So Chris painted it in an incorrect and inaccurate way.
Chris, and this was the best part of the episode. He gets up, or like the conversation dwindles. He rats on Nate, and I watched it back. He leans in for a kiss.
Did that actually happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it was so
He leans in for a
uncomfortable.
kiss as she stands up.
Right, he does. Yeah, he does this.
Like he comes in and she stands up.
And then
And
he
so then he goes
kissed
like
her on the
this,
cheek.
And then so like he like dips and then stands.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and he kisses her on the cheek.
And she was like, oh my God, it was so uncomfortable.
He was so in, and he just like, Michelle's gonna trust me, and like I'm standing up for her, all these guys. And he leaned in for that kiss, and it did not work. It was quite a moment.
Ratting on the other guys or other people in the house is never the way to get the bachelor or bachelorette.
No.
They will look at you as a friend immediately. Immediately you're friend zoned. You're friend zoned.
Or what happens is it works in the short term. And like maybe you get rid of a couple of the guys who you're worried about, but then somewhere down the line you start to get caught in your web of lies, and then you're out.
That person never ends up with them. Never.
So then Michelle goes to talk to Nate, says what happened, and they kind of talk it out, and he leaves, and then Nate obviously goes and confronts Chris. And
just a hilarious camera angle between the two of them.
Oh my God.
Like they're behind Chris, and Nate looks like he's 9 feet tall. He is a tall guy, and Chris is short, but it just, the way that it looked, the way they shot it, perfection.
And like Nate was very calmly speaking to him, and he was like, just calm down, put your hand, what are you gonna put your hands on me? And Nate was like, no, like shut up.
Arguing with someone like Chris is the most infuriating thing, when they just say like, whoa, calm down, when you're very clearly just talking in a normal tone.
I didn't plan on telling her, she probed me. He said that so many times. I was like, why? Weird use of word. Michelle probed me. She probed me. He said it multiple times.
Right, he's using the word probe like interrogation.
She probed me. And then Nate just was like, "You're a fucking dweeb," and then kept
perfect
calling
word.
kept calling him a dweeb. And honestly, it was a great word. Like Nate was like, "I just can't wait for all the dweebs to be gone."
Dweeb and loser hit so hard. You call someone a loser, that's it. It's like,
you know what it is because
dweeb.
it's come back around. Like when you're a kid, you call somebody a loser, and it's like, all right, like you use it all the time, and then you don't use it for a long time because
Yeah.
you learn curse words, and then it comes back around, and you drop a dweeb on somebody, and their day's over.
Yeah.
Their night has ended.
Like, this guy's
or
just
buffoon.
a dweeb.
You buffoon.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's another good one.
And then Olu and Chris got into this weird he's like, "You're going home." He's like, "Yeah, you think so?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Okay, cool, great." Like it was just a weird standoff.
You know who Chris reminds me of? The bad guy in Billy Madison. Eric Gordon, I believe is his name.
I totally see that.
He's like a weaselly kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's who he reminds me of.
I totally see that. All the guys were just confused. Like everyone just seemed to be like, "That was weird what Chris just did," huh? That was just the vibe from everyone.
And Chris made it weirdly personal with Olu. He kept talking in the post interviews afterwards.
Yeah.
He kept being like, "When I get that rose, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna wink at Olu.
Yeah.
Be like, this is my rose. I got it." And it's like, what are you here for?
Yeah, he's got some kind of complex. It seems like at this point.
Napoleon.
Yeah, it's just came up there, had to puff his chest and say, "All you guys you're coasting. You're not fighting for Michelle."
I need Clayton to just pat him on the head.
Yeah.
Clayton compared to Chris is
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Captain America to Ant-Man.
Good comparison.
Thank you.
In the rose ceremony, of course, because Michelle has very consistently got rid of the quote unquote bad guys pretty rapidly. There had to be one that was going to stick around a little bit longer. So Chris did get the last rose.
Knew this was going to happen.
Yeah. Which meant that Romeo, Will, and Chris G were sent home. I don't really have any feelings about any of them.
I actually started to like Chris G a little bit more.
Yeah, I did too.
He was more vocal in the house.
I just liked Chris G's reaction to that poet. That just really never got old.
I'll never forget
At least
that.
he got to see that.
That's true. At least he got to
Yeah.
meet his hero.
Yeah.
If they go on another poetry reading date, I'm going to be upset for Chris G.
Yeah, absolutely. So those three went home, and next week they're going to Minnesota. They're headed back to, I'm guessing, Minneapolis. Yeah.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yep.
Right,
This is
it's
where they're
like-
traveling.
I mean, I'm a Midwest guy, so I like to try to sell it.
yeah.
But that one was like,
Well, she teed it up. She was like, "I'm going to be leaving. And you guys are all coming. Woo, we're going."
I cannot wait to see Joe and Michelle in Minnesota together.
I mean,
they run
there's
that- they run that
100%
place.
chance that Joe gets the 101 date in Minneapolis.
100%.
has to be.
Has to be.
Oh my god!
Like, they have to go on a date that's here's all the things we would do on an actual
that
date.
she ends up with Joe.
I'm not ready to lock
I'm
that
not
in
either.
yet, but
They're gonna go on a date. And
after I'm assuming they're gonna have a date in Minneapolis. After that, I might be.
Yeah.
Michelle's gonna be like, "This is my favorite restaurant." He's like, "That's my favorite
Yeah.
restaurant."
Just be like, "Wow, I live right. Oh my god, I live right there."
Oh my gosh, we have pictures together when we were kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, we've known each other forever.
Holy shit.
No, I understand what you're saying, Rhea. I think Joe is the front runner, but it could still go.
There's other people there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very clearly production wise, editing wise, Joe is slow and steady.
Trying to
it's like
calm
the
it down.
silent
Backseat a
assassin
little
right now.
bit.
Yeah. He's quiet. He's not involved in any of the drama. He's not having any of these big moments on these group dates or anything. He's not even really getting group date he's, kind of, but it's not a standout.
We all know what's going on.
Yeah.
Michelle knows what's going on. Even if he's not getting these moments, whether they're happening or not, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So that wraps it up, and we will pick it up next week from Minnesota.